let's take a media stock. So one of the good media stock of Nifty has been Z. Now if you see on the Z, the longer time frame for Z has remained range bound. So on the bottom side, Z has always bounced around this 490 odd levels, and on the higher side it is not able to breach this 560 550 mark. Whenever it has reached over here, it has found continuous selling. So last selling was seen apart from this 560, there was a selling over here around this 550 mark. It reaches back to the same zone, and here again it finds the same selling taking place. Now let us understand first, the rally had started from these levels. So first support zone will be our 490 odd levels, then it comes back, it does not come all the way down, okay, it reaches over here and then again it sustains for some time and then results into an upward trajectory. Now to understand the structure, just we can basically make how Z was behaving during this entire time. It was like a wedge formation or kind of a triangle formation, not symmetric, but kind of triangle formation which took place, right? And if you see, the entire pole or the reverse flag kind of structure is also seen over here. But ideally, if you see, the selling took place, it basically bottomed out around this 507 odd levels, and that started inching higher, and then it opened gap up above these levels and tried to zoom up, came back, tested the same level, zoomed up in the last month, right, in September, and then we find another selling, bringing it back to the same level where it had zoomed or spent large amount of time. And if you see over here, 518 basically becoming a good base support for Z. So it comes down, it now tries to take support around this 518 level. Now if you see over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, around 9 to 10 days is around this range, and today there is a small unique gap up which has happened. This gap up point which is there for today is higher than all these candles which are there, right? So gap up is very unique, as I am trying to say, because the gap up which has happened is above all these small gap up highs which are there of these candles. So it has consolidated for large amount of time, and then you are finding a small gap up. The same structure was seen in Bajaj Auto as well, right? Now let's go inside and see if we can find something meaningful over here because of the today's setup. This is what I'm trying to show. So this is an hourly chart where the selling had taken place from 550 odd levels, came back to these levels. Continuous support is seen around this 518, 520 levels. And if we see over here, yesterday's close was 520. Today's close, it is green candle, so it was around this 526 odd levels. It did come inside, but now if you see, it is trying to reverse on the side note. So we can find the good reversal in Z happening because of this gap up after a good consolidation phase, and the gap up has happened above so many highs which were there prior to 10 days for Z. Now if you go inside and see even 5 minutes chart to understand what happened today, right in the morning. So right in the morning it closed 520, it just opened over here around this 526 mark, and if you see 526, it is the level where all the highs of previous days candles are there. It finds selling, it tries to go back down, does not completely exhaust the gap. After that we see a U-turn in Z, reaches high, now it comes back to the same level or same support around this 426, 427. Now 426, 427 has two reasons to find or give support to Z. One, today's selling had started from this level itself, right? So the selling took place and it was conquered. So the resistance becomes support for Z. Apart from that, this red line is not today's resistance becoming support. It is a long-term resistance which we have drawn for, or long-term high of last 10 candles that we have drawn, and where it is trying to find some unique reversal over here. So Z has formed an amazing structure, right? And a good part is it has also undergone correction. So the good correction, healthy correction was seen over here from 550 to these levels. So we can look out for Z as well towards its quarterly result. Now, as I'm saying, if Nifty inches higher, it might go to these first sell zone, which is around this 530 levels. And why it is important? Because of the Moribazu and the gap down which has happened over here, right? So Z can go up from this 527 level, but it will get stuck around these 530, 535, and then a reversal can be seen once again. So any reversal of Z after this resistance zone, then we can look out and buy Z when it is near to its quarterly results, right? So buying now and then we get stuck over here, it comes back to our same buying range, it does not make any sense, right? So we cannot hold our trades for longer time. So if you are planning to hold it for this entire month, you can buy it in cash for a target of 550 or so. Similarly, you can buy L&T or Asian Paint in cash, that is fine. But when you're trading in options, we are waiting for the exact time when we want to punch our trades. So we are not interested right now. We will wait. We'll see how it behaves over here. If it finds any kind of reversal and it inches towards the quarterly result, then I would be interested to buy Z.